Hey Sean, I've got your week 3 turn in here. All right, so let's walk through those steps here. I'm just going to hold Control uh, Alt and click this guy right here. Right, that'll isolate it. Right, I'm going to hold Shift and click on the eyeball, and that will turn everything off except for this guy here. All right. Instead of using Solo. So now I'm not sure what you did exactly. Okay, but I just want to tell you, like this piece that from your week 3 is good to go. Like you really didn't need to do anything with it. Okay, so if you want to go back to your week 3, where hopefully you have a saved version. If you don't, I can send you this file here if you need it. But just look here, okay? So I haven't done anything with this yet. You've got your levels of subdivision, and your retopology on here is really good. All right, and not only that, down here. If I take the bump down to 0 and morph the UVs, your UVs are awesome. I do not see this level of quality in UVs, certainly in week 3 when really they're not expected, but even in week 4 where UVs are expected, I do not normally see this quality here. Okay, so really good job on that. So all that's good, right? You've got UVs, you've got levels of subdivision. You're good to go on this, okay? So let's do this. I'm going to put this at the highest subdivision level, and I'm going to go to Morph Target and store a Morph Target. Okay, close it up. So all this is doing is keeping all of the points here in memory. That's all it's doing. It's almost like saving it, kind of, right? But it's just kind of storing it temporarily in memory. So I can close that up. Let's go down. Let's go up here and go to the lowest subdivision level. All right. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take my Z plugin. Okay. And I'm going to use the multi-map exporter here. All right. So when you first open this up, it'll look like this probably. All right. I'm turning on displacement. I'm opening. I'm going to click on 2K map here, right here. Okay. And make sure that flip V is turned on. Click on the export options. When you open it up, it'll look like this. All right. We're only doing a displacement map, so click on that. And these are the settings right here. Okay. Everything you see here. Turn these guys on. Adaptive, smooth, 3 channels, 32-bit EXR. Make sure the mid value is at 0. By default, it's going to be at like 0.5 or something. Move it to 0. DP subpix, which is your quality, that's 4, all the way up. Okay. These guys here, you really shouldn't have to touch. I usually just tell people whatever they're set at, just leave them. But yeah, all right. Don't have to get scale or anything. And then just go ahead and hit Create All Maps, right, while this is at its lowest. Now remember, the Morph Target is remembering the high res, and now you have the low res. So when you make the map, it's kind of looking at both of these things. All right, it's kind of looking at the high res, looking at the low res, looking at the UVs, and creating the map. Okay, so we'll hit Create All Maps. I'm going to direct this. I've got a where is it here? On my desktop. Right here. Yeah. All right. So I've got an Arnold render scene all set up with lights and all that stuff. I'm going to put the map, and I've already done this. I've already got your map in here, right here. Okay. So I've already done this. You would hit save and go ahead and put it in your source images folder. All right. Now I've already done this. And on a simple piece like this, really the map took like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. It was pretty quick. Okay. I'm going to cancel that. All right. So I've already made the map there. All right. So then once that's done, all you have to do is come over here, keep it at level 1, come over here to export. And I've already done this as well. This goes into the data folder. Okay. So you can see here I've already got an axe handle OBJ in there. Okay. And that's it. That's all you need. You need the map and the low-res geometry. So let's come over here to Maya. All right. And like I say, I've got everything here kind of set up, lights and camera and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and set the project. Okay. Right here. Set. Right. Let's go ahead and import option box. Right. Make sure that single object is turned on. All right. Now remember what I said, right? This is often pretty small. So you either have to scroll down or just enlarge it. Make sure that's on. Import. We set our project, so it's taken us to the data folder. Right there's the OBJ. Hit import. There we go. Now this thing, it's like I say, I ran this earlier just to see how it worked, and I was in here like this, and I hit the move tool, and I was stumped, man. I was like, where is it? And then I saw it. It's way up here. It's huge. All right, now here's the thing. All right, there's my move tool right there. I'm going to just come up here to modify center pivot. Okay, and we'll bring this down, and of course we're going to scale it some. Right, and we can see right away that the normals are reversed on it because it's solid black. All right, so let's come over here. Let me just turn this a bit. Okay, it holds its shape really nice. So again, the video you sent me, I'm not sure exactly. Clearly you're kind of, I think you're kind of misunderstanding what needs to be done and when. Like if you have low res to high res, that's already retopologized, right? Like I said, if I can see individual polygons, then you're in good shape, right? I mean, other than Z remesh, right? Like this is perfect, actually. All right, so before I go any further, I'm going to just come up here to Mesh Display, Normals, Reverse. All right, so now we're good to go. Let's do this. I'm going to come over to Panels, look through the Shot Cam. All right, and now we can just push this guy down a little bit. Maybe turn him a little. Do this sort of thing with him here. Got to watch my tangent right there. Okay, I don't want it to go through the floor either. So I'm going to move this over a bit. Yeah, maybe turn it a bit more. All right, so now we've got this guy. I'm going to right-click, assign new material. Right, Arnold, right here, Arnold, AI standard surface. Okay, so you would come over here and give it a name. Right, I'm going to take this off of white. Okay, I'm going to click on this right here, and just use one of these grays right here, something like that maybe. Okay, so I've got material on there. Let's come over here to Arnold, open Arnold render view. Okay, all right, so here's the render view. Let's turn that on. There we go. All right, so this is it without the map, without smoothing. All right, tell you what, let's make the backdrop just a little bit darker. All right, right here. There we go. All right, so now right here under the shape node for that piece of geometry, right, you have to click on the geometry, and you can do that from the render window. Background, geometry, okay. So from the shape node, if I scroll down to where it says Arnold, it'll say Arnold, let's just do it, Arnold Subdivision, okay. So now watch, when I turn this on, right, it's going to smooth out. And then I can add a few subdivisions to that. And just to give you a visual on that, right? And I'm probably giving you more than you want. Let's come over here to, where is it here? Render, debug shading, wireframe. Right? So you can see there it is there it is right there at its natural low-res state. Right? Now, and as we add these subdivisions to it, it smooths out, adds more geometry, right? And you can do this to the point where it's pretty solid, pretty black, right? But it doesn't change the poly count, all right? That's the beauty of this, of doing that, right? Let's come over here. Let's go back to disable, right? And now let's go ahead and add our map. So I'll click on there. I'm going to come over here to the material, right? Remember, name it, material. Click right here, right? Displacement, click right here. Right. We're going to add a image file, so let's go to File. Okay, right here. I typically turn this off. It's not a deal killer if you don't, but to me, it just means there's something in front of the lens. So I see filter. I think there's something in front of the lens, so I'm just going to turn that off and click on the folder here. Again, if you've set your project, it'll take you right to the source images folder. There's my displacement right there, right, which follows the UVs. Okay. And there we go. All right. Now that's probably a little bit too specular, so I'll click on this and go back to the material node. Right here's the specular, so I'll just take this down a little bit. Okay. And that's beautiful right there, man. That's beautiful. Okay, that's what I want to see. All right. So hopefully that helps you. You have what you need, hopefully, and let me know. Like if you mangled what you have somehow, right? And you want to go back to this what I have, let me know. I'll send you this. Okay, and you can just do exactly what you just saw me do. All right. Let me know.